Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to be discussing money matters, brought to you from the master course of Fire Up Your Passion. Our subtopic today is based off of debt management, all part of the Life Passion Academy. I am your host and presenter today, Tiffany Myers, and I hope that you will get some valuable information from this meeting. And I am just excited that you're able to join me here today. So, what are we discussing today? Um, as you guys can see on the screen, and if you're sharing and join the live session with me, or if you're watching this recording via my course, I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am, the whys of debt, creating a financial action plan, and those tips that belong to that action plan. Budget maintenance, rewards. Everyone needs a little bit of rewards when it is something that you've done to yourself and it's successful, or you're on a way. It's something that can keep you in track. Also, some resources that are out there and available to you. So, who am I? Again, my name is Tiffany Myers. I'm a wife, mother of four, grandmother of four as well. I'm an owner of three businesses, director of finance of Bossed Up Lead Hers Incorporated. I'm also a senior implementation management analyst of a multi-million dollar corporation. Looking at those, it says, how can one person be all of those things? Well, it takes separation of the task. It takes scheduling, prioritizing, um, and a lot of dedication. So I hope that you guys can get some good tips from me from this course about finances, because also with all those three or more things that I do, I have to have a financial strategy. And I love to show people how they can do the same for their family and keep a work-life balance and things in order in their life as well. So the whys of debt. Now, everyone gets into debt for different reasons. The ones that I have here are never learn how to manage the money, unexpected emergencies, educational costs, um, keep up with appearances. And, some people like to be like the Joneses. So, sometimes that puts them in debt to do that. They have no plan at all. They're not earning enough money. Their spending habits, of course, there's no budget, which coincides with no plan, and there's no savings. So, with all those things be said, right now, we are in a critical moment where, some people may have lost jobs, or their jobs have um, just advised them not to come and work. And if they are not salaried employees, or don't have any other forms of work, then they have no form of income. Those would be some of the unexpected emergencies. Those could be disasters in your area. We faced Hurricane Michael almost 2 years ago in October of 2018. So, those were some unexpected expenses that were incurred by lots of people. Um, and, these are things that sometimes can be avoided and can't be avoided. So, and different people have different things that affect them also. So taking a look at the picture there's things that are included with why some of that debt also is incurred that's not on that list. It's medical, credit card, student loans. Sometimes your interest rates could increase and you seem like you're in a never ending tunnel trying to pay something off just because the interest rates were hiked up. You know, um, like I said, if there's urgent issues, or, just anything that could have came into play, you might have just purchased a home, or, foreclosed on a home, or whatever. And lawsuits, even something as simple as a car accident sometimes can get you into debt because it's unexpected. And if you have to make repairs, say if the other carrier didn't have insurance or you didn't have insurance. So many things that can get you into debt. The plan, and what I would like to show some people who may be interested in this, this course, is that there's ways to get out of it. It may not be easy, but we like to make it where you can succeed regardless. So that's when it comes into an action plan. You have to create an action plan for the things that you may be going through your life. You also like to give yourself a little buffer. So with everything I have here, the first thing you have to do when you decide that you're wanting to get your life in order, your financial um, budget in order, is gather all of your expenses. Just even if it's just the basics right now that you're trying to focus on. Some of those will be the major things that, you got to make sure you can eat, feed your family. If you have to go to work, how you can put gas or into your vehicle, something as simple as that. Other times, maybe you have money to, um, invest in yourself, and you're saying, but I can't invest in myself because guess what? I have all these credit card debts, so I need to get this stuff off because I can't get started into something new with these lingering bills over here. So gather all of your expenses and determine everything that you have for your income, and you gather all that information together. Next, you would plan because you want to reduce it. You either want to pay it all off or you want to start saving. Say you're doing just fine in your budget, or you see you're doing fine. But at the end of the day, guess what? You don't have a savings. You don't see a way to save. You're basically paycheck to paycheck. So this is what this course also helps you do. You wanted to also create a monthly, quarterly, sometimes even a yearly projection of how long it will take you to either get out of debt or do some of the things that you want to do, such as save. If you say, I have 10 years before I think I'm going to retire, how are you going to get to that retire? Have you thought about how you're going to live once you're at that status of retire? Or is retirement even possible? Those are the things that you have to plan in advance when you're thinking about a budget. Also, you have to do your plan. There's no success if you don't do your plan. So, with that, I mean, something is given, you get used to a system. A certain bill comes in every month. You put something on auto pay. You do budget billing for your electrical service, so that bill doesn't change month to month, year to year. But you want to go through and say, hey, I want to go to Jamaica next year. How do I plan for that? So you want to make sure that you always go back in, you check your financial situation, and then you make another plan. You have to do this consistently. Not saying that you have to do it every month. I mean, me, even at this point right now, there was a staggering 2 years, if not more, where I would stay in my calendar on my spreadsheet and make sure that, guess what, at the end of the day, everything was in sync, everything was on track. Now I can go back and visit that maybe every 3 or 4 months. It depends on if I have something going on or not. But everything is doable. Like I said, research, plan, create, and do. Those are the things you have to do in your action plan. Now, some of those tips I kind of went over on that last slide, but you have to document your income and your expenses. Do this when you first start monthly. Do it in the middle of the month if you have to. Say if you do not get paid a salary, you get paid based on the hourly wage. You want to probably go in and rethink this every week, and once you have your plan set up, it's easy to go in there and manipulate figures. Trust me, I've done it. And it helped me along the way to get to, a nice savings plan, or being able to take those trips, travel, do whatever I wanted to do. So the next thing, you also want to make sure that you're putting in a little estimates. Okay, so say the month before you only spent $100 in gas. But remember, next month you're planning on that trip. So your $100 in gas the previous month, which was just to work, the regular commuting things. Now you have this trip that you're going to take. Go ahead, double it. Say, I'm going to make gas expenses $200 this month. You're going to have some other stuff that goes along with that, hotel, food, or whatever. But always estimate. And me, I never round down, I round up. It's much better to round up and have extra because I did versus rounding down and don't have enough when I got to wherever I needed to go. I'll always increase, not decrease. Um, Also, you want to make sure that you stick to your plan as much as possible. Because as you stick to your plan, guys, guess what? There is nothing that can stop you as long as you're sticking to your plan. And um, at the end of the day, as you do that, I mean, like I said, there's no better time than right now to try to get something started for yourself, for your children, than the time that some of us are able to stay home and, rethink our lives and find out, okay, what do I do from here? I suggest first thing is create a budget for yourself. You know, go through your home inventory. There's something that you think you can sell on eBay. Hey, get rid of it. Clean house. Go through, find things that you. This is off of budget, but it helps with your budget. Remember, I just said eBay, where you don't have money. You can create money right inside your home, so that can be included in your budget. Some extra, what they call side hustle or whatever, and just make yourself some additional income. Clear home. That should be some of the first things that you do. Never be afraid to make any changes to your plan. The reason why you want to be able to alter your plan is because things happen, guys. You have to understand that life is life. You will be at a point where everything is going great. All of a sudden, you go outside, you have a flat tire. Work it into your plan. Get back on track, but don't let it frustrate you. Don't let it stress you out. Readjust, adapt, and keep it moving, because once you stop doing part of your plan, you're done. So remember, for any and all of this to be successful, you have to be a realist at anything that you do. You have to be open about your finances to yourself. When you see a predicament in your life or in your path, be honest with it. Put it down, include it. Don't exclude it. It's there. Some people try to do a budget plan because guess what? It helps them build their credit. If you have credit cards, you include it in your budget plan to pay them off. It helps in your credit. To make those payments on time, it helps with your credit. Some people don't care about credit. Me, there's nothing out there that I want right now, so I don't care about my credit at all. But guess what? You would think I do based on how I budget, because I make sure that things are paid on time. So, and I even pay more to get it paid off if there's something. Sometimes I can use my credit and I'll turn around and pay it off in 30 days. It's just like I paid cash. If there's a promotion going on that says, hey, you have 6 months to pay if you use it for this amount, guess what? I'll go ahead and whatever that limit is, I'll make sure I'm at that limit. Gives me 6 months to pay it off. Guess what? It's already in my budget because I'm going to pay it anyway. And I was going to buy it in the store with my cash. So why not be able to pay it and not be charged interest? Smart thinking, right? You're not out of that money, but you're not accruing an extra cost. It's a win-win situation. That's another thing that I can go over with extensions of different courses I may offer, or presentations, or just some of my little tips and tricks, guys. I'm going to have a whole lot of stuff out there for you to get. But those are just bits and pieces. So next, here we are with budget maintenance. Like I said, don't be afraid to make changes in your budget. When you are afraid to make changes in your budget, it will keep you from being successful. I decided I'm not going to eat out anymore. So I called myself taking away my eating out budget. Guys, guess what? I figured that I can't afford to not eat out. because between the travel and the different things that I'm doing, I can't always have a packed lunch. So I had to put that back in my budget or rearrange it in my budget as a travel expense or something like that. So regardless, I had to readjust and apply it to make sure that I stay within my range. You also want to keep track of your receipts and your spending. There are plenty apps out there where you can scan. There's even apps out there that can help you get cash back when you order online through your phone, scanning your receipts. There's a lot of things out there, guys, that can help you save money. Trust me, couponing, got to take that class. Done it a few years ago. And Dr. Tracy Hines, she, oh, honey, she makes me want to keep doing it. She has a lot of skills in that department. Anyway, you also want to reduce your cost as needed. If there's something that you see is costing you, every light, for example, every light is on in your house, okay? But you're only in one room. Reduce the cost. It's a sacrifice. No one's in the room anyway, you know? A plan that we used to do, and some people will say, oh my God, I'm not going to that extreme. But guess what? When I saw my electric bill save me $60 to $40 a month, it was a constant habit. Everyone in my home would be leaving. I'd be the last one to leave. My kids would be the first one to come. So what we would do is we shut pretty much all the power to the house down, with the exception of the refrigerator, the fish tank, and the AC unit. Okay, so we left those three things active. Everything else powered off. And you wouldn't imagine, like I said, $60 to $40 per month was saved. Okay, some of you ladies say, that's pedicure. Yeah, it is. So just think about it. Those are things you don't need your lights to be on if there's no one in your house. You know, my internet was on, so my alarm was still on. Somebody broke in. Guess what? I was notified. I didn't have to worry about my food messing up. My food was good. But for the reasons that your TVs are plugged in, draining power, and you're not there, even when they're off, guess what? Money saved, cash in your pocket, prepare for those trips. Okay, that's just me. But anyway, you also want to perform those periodic budget checks using spreadsheets or, like I said, apps. Guys, they're out there. For those people who are on the go that don't sit at a computer all day or don't care to sit at a computer all day, or you say, guess what, I don't want to learn how to do no spreadsheet. Guess what? There's pre-printed ones out there. You can customize them to make them to fit you. And I actually have some that I'll have available that you can easily just pull from the site. So, you know, or let me know. I can send them to you. But anyway, you want to also create a separate savings account only if you need it. And I say this because I used to be that person that, guess what? I had money coming straight into my bank account out of my paycheck. Part of it going to my checking, part of it going to my savings. Guess what, guys? When you see your savings on your checking, what do you tend to do? You go and make a withdrawal. So with that being said, I opened up another account separate from the one that I have. And what I did was I made sure still that same amount that I was sending to my personal savings account, I started sending that over to my savings account. Of course, it was always charted and documented. So I never lost track of that. And I also verified with my monthly statements. I also did that. Not saying you put it and you leave it. The point is that was a card that I never had to carry. That was a bank account. I didn't have the app on my phone. I relied on calling in to get estimates, verifying through my paycheck, verifying with the statement that guess what, that money was there. At the end of the day, in the end of the year, my expected savings for that account was there. I had not touched it because it was out of sight, out of mind. So those are tidbits, you know, that you can use. I have more. Lastly, the rewards. Guys, I'm smiling from ear to ear right now. This picture with the lady jumping from hilltop to hilltop, that's how I felt. I felt like I was broke on one side of the mountain. I was leading over to the rich. There's another one that makes me wealthy. It ain't in the picture, but that's where my mind is at. Okay, head game right. All right. So the best thing I found by changing my budget, less stress. Less stress. You know what that does for ladies? It reduces heart attacks, strokes. Oh my gosh, your health is so much better when you're not stressed. No more migraines, no more headaches, no more arguing at the spouse and the kids. Oh yeah, it helps. The ability to do more financially. Can't speak enough. Like I said, a savings account, you put it in the back of your mind, you don't touch it till you need it. At the end of the day, year, guess what, guys? Vacation time. And you ain't even scrambling. How are you going to make it happen? Because that bank account told you. And I used to have an emergency savings account. I had a vacation savings account. Some people might call me wrong for this, but I have a birthday savings account as well. I usually take a month for my birthday. I may not be off the full month, but every day of the month of November is my birthday. Okay. So you guys know it gets kind of expensive in November right around the holidays because there's Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we have plenty of birthdays in our family starting off from the end of September all the way to the beginning of December. So yeah, it's a lot of partying going on during those few months. But also something retirement focused. You want to make sure that you are able to focus on your retirement. Guys, it's serious. Whether you're investing, whether you're doing 401k, you putting it under your bed, or you putting it into your own business because you know your 9 to 5 is there right now, but your retirement is going to end with you retiring from that job and you being self-employed. Hey, it's possible. The ability to invest in yourself and your family. Guys, girls, I keep saying guys, that's that Mosley thing. But anyway, you want to be able to do what you love, whether that's taking a spa day, pedicure, getting away from everything, going out to eat with hubby friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy life because you financially made it possible. You're not saying, oh, you know, I just need a break, but I know I can afford to go out and eat. It's going to cost us $60 just for us three to go out and eat. And where do I have to pull that $60 from? Because I didn't plan for it. You know, like I said, you have stress when you're worried about things like that. If you set it up so that you don't have to, it is a stress-free activity at that particular point. Also, you're going to enjoy more things that you like, you know. I love to learn new things. Guess what? Sometimes I spend my extra money on a course or a class or going out and buying some technology that I just want to learn how to use. Okay. But it's my money. I do what I want to do with it. Okay. And I'm not worried about anyone paying me now because I pay myself. Okay. But this is something that you can also teach your kids and your loved ones. Guys, it's a financial mindset. You don't have to live in poverty. You don't have to live underneath. You don't have to be like the Joneses. You can be over the Joneses. Okay? It's what you put your mind to. You know, that the setting of a budget plan is the small task that reaps huge rewards. But you got to own it. You got to take responsibility for it. It's yours. Now, for our resources, like I said, we have free online training courses and tools. They're all over the internet, okay? YouTube, I mean, just Google it. you know, and some of the banks actually have financial courses that are available to their consumers. Guys, if you don't take advantage, then it's your loss. Be held accountable for your financial situation. You know, if you want to stay broke, continue to do what some of you may be doing. But if you want to be stress free and not worry about income or just be able to have money to do other things, make a change, create a budget, make it happen. There's also paid courses. You know, there's a lot of classes out there where you can go and you don't have to do this alone. I did it alone, but I made it work, you know, and I can definitely show people how to do the same thing. Fire up your passion. The Life Passion Academy. It's what I do. Okay. You can also have a financial consultant or an advisor. You know, some people, like I said, I started off as a DIY. I did it myself. You can do it for yourself. You know, took me longer, but I knew what I wanted. And I learned and I educated myself on how to get there. Okay. Of course, there's always the debt management companies. Thought about it, said nope, didn't benefit me enough. I wasn't learning anything from it, but how other people can take care of my problems I made for myself. Doesn't teach you anything, repeats the cycle. Being held accountable, doing it yourself, seeking some assistance, and having that person train you, do it, walk you through it. Guys, you do it once, you don't have to do it again. Okay, cycle closed. And next, I would like to thank the companies that brought this to you. If you have any questions, there will be links that you can go to, websites, instructions, and like I said, I will have a downloadable worksheet to start you off. Passion Getaways, that's one of my companies. Like I said, I'm the director of finance for Bossed Up Lead Hers Incorporated. I'm the owner of TMCAA Investments. So guess what? We teach money, finances, saving, stock investments, Forex. We do it all. Real estate investing. Let me know. I got plenty of things out there, plenty of options, free, paid, and do-it-yourselfers. It's all possible. But I hope you enjoyed this session. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. I'm just an email away. I am a text away. And you know, I hope that everyone can take this time to create a budget for themselves and their families so you can live that best life filled with passion. Let's go.